This is a slow race. They're seeing who can take the longest time to get to that cone over there. My kid should be really good at slow races.
Do you remember? Do you remember?
That was an awesome fall.
This is my first time on a 250 since 2015, about 15 years. First time on Washougal track since 2000. Like 20 years.
Yeah, yeah, you guys are up next. Huh? I don't know, they do 20 minutes. I don't know how many laps, it just depends.
I don't think it really do 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
They should be doing 10.
I don't know.
So that means that adults should be doing like 19.
Oh, 19? Huh. Okay. All right, guys, well, I think I did like 3 laps right there, and my arms were pumped up, so I didn't push it. I didn't want to do anymore because last thing I want to do is lose my grip, and this bike's way too powerful for being this out of shape, and my weak of a grip is way too fast. So I'm done. Maybe I'll do a few more with Mason, but that was fun. That was awesome. Felt good. Ready? I'm gonna video you, okay? All right, this is our last time today, all right? This thing is a little harder to kick over than the 65.
quick.
Yeah. That made my weekend, buddy.
Pretty fun,
Thank you.
huh?
That was awesome.
The next day.
So we're back at it again, guys. Day 3 of the PanicRev Moto Camp here at beautiful Washougal, Washington. It's been good. It's been a lot of fun. Kids have had a really good time. It's great having Luke here. It's great having Mason here. Making friends, having fun on their bikes. It's been really good. It's about 9:30 in the morning right now. We're just getting started with the warm-up practice. The boys, I believe, are over here on the starting line, so I'm making my way over that way. There's about a 50% chance of rain here in a few hours, so it could be interesting. I don't know what's gonna happen to the camp if it starts raining, but in Washington, like, it's weird because you look at your phone and it says rain or no rain, but you really don't know. Rain could mean a slight drizzle, which is totally manageable, or it could be a total downpour. Who knows? But we'll see. We'll find out. We'll see how it goes.
3 hours later.
All right, guys. Well, it's 1 o'clock now, just after lunch. Starting to rain a little bit, but it's still light enough where hopefully we're just gonna ride anyways. I didn't get any footage the last couple hours, and I apologize about that. I'll explain why in a second. But what happened is Luke did a couple of warm-up laps on the track, and then they're going over to the starting line to practice starts. When I got there, Luke couldn't start his bike. He couldn't start it. I tried. I couldn't start it. I ran back to the El Camino, drove back with the tools, changed the spark plug. Still wouldn't start. It was leaking gas out of the carburetor like a lot. So then I drove it back over to where we were camped, pulled the carburetor apart, thinking maybe there was like a needle that went bad or something that was causing it to flood and leak. It looked fine. Carburetor looks fine from what I could tell. And I was bummed because, like, we only have a few hours of this, and for him to sit on the sidelines and miss it is not cool. He was a good sport. He was bummed, obviously, watching people ride when he couldn't ride, but I was just frantic trying to figure out what was going on. That's why I didn't film, because I just thought there was more value in getting his bike going in that moment. So I'm sorry I didn't film any of that, but I was this close. Like, seriously, I was about to leave, take off to Pro Caliber. It's about an hour away, and just go buy a new one. Just go buy a new carburetor, hoping that did the problem. And then last minute, the awesome dude that let me borrow his 250 yesterday, he's letting Luke borrow a KTM 65 right now. So Luke has something to ride, even though his bike doesn't start. And I'm super grateful, and really this could be a blessing in disguise, because I mean, he's gonna get to try out a new bike and see what he likes better, the KTM or the KX65. Hey, number 104.
You put your feet down, you're out.
This is a slow race. They're seeing who can take the longest time to get to that cone over there. My kid should be really good at slow races. They were made for this.
I bet you that kid's gonna win right there. Oh, he almost dropped it.
Okay guys, so the schedule isn't really working out in our favor. Right now they're just doing like slow races, and earlier when the kids were riding the track, Luke wasn't able to ride it. Now he's not able to ride the track because of the schedule, and the rain's coming down. And at this rate, even if the rain stops, it's gonna be, the track's just gonna be muddy, and it's not gonna be good riding anyway. So I don't know if we're supposed to do this or not, but we're coming over here to this field track, and I just wanna get Luke a little bit of time on this bike while we have it, and I'm just gonna let him ride this field over here for a bit. is a really tricky turn. They're doing really good, but it's downhill, it's off camber, and it's sandy, but they're doing really good. I'm so used to Luke being on a green bike that I was totally filming the wrong rider. Let's see just how well this camera zooms. That's about it. Alright guys, well, we got rained out. Mason's getting rained out, we're all getting rained out. Unfortunately, the last day didn't work out the way we wanted. We didn't get the riding done that we wanted, and we didn't get the footage that we wanted, but all in all, it was a good trip. Man, I tell you what, it took me like an hour just to load up everything. It's amazing how much work this is. Like, it took me an hour just to wash the bikes, load everything up. I'm gonna have to wash them again when I get home. All the clothes, sleeping bags, blankets, all that stuff, we're gonna have to go through and wash. And that's even before I even get to the point where I can work on Luke's bike to figure out what's going wrong with it. And then we get to the editing part. So I tell you what, just a few hours of riding is a ton of work, but it was worth it, right, Mason? Well, I got the back of the El Camino packed up as much as I could get it. It's totally full, and we still don't have enough room for some other stuff. So I'm gonna have to do 2 trips. Luckily, we only live about 30 minutes away. The kids are hanging out with some friends, and I'm gonna run home, drop off that stuff, and then get back up here as soon as I can. Hopefully it doesn't rain much more on them, but man, crazy good time. We had a great time. Bummer about the rain, but we made the most of it when we could. And I gotta say too, like, I think Washougal, I think that track is the best track probably in the world. Like, I don't know. As far as the way it's run, no. Like, I don't think the facility itself is the best. It's not open that often. It would be sick if it was open every single week, but it's really hit and miss when they open up the track for practices and stuff. So that's kind of a bummer. But as far as the terrain, like, there are so many fun obstacles. The uphill is a blast. The downhill, just sending it off the downhill as far as you can, is so fun. And then they have a new section, at least from when I rode it, the new section, they have a downhill, but they put some cool turns in through these trees, and it's almost like a wall berm that you go around, and then there's this tiny jump with a huge drop off on the other side. So I didn't really hit it that hard, but I still had fun, and I'm still excited to really go back and get comfortable with that track and send it and really actually try to skim the whoops. I just took it easy in the whoops this time, but just so many fun obstacles on that track. And if you guys are new to the channel, my goal, I want to hit 50,000 subscribers, and then when we get to that point, to motivate myself, once we hit 50,000 subscribers, I'm gonna buy myself a dirt bike. I was optimistic. I was hoping it was gonna happen this summer, but it didn't happen. But for sure by next year, we should be there. We should be able to hit 50,000, which means that next year is gonna be an awesome year, because I'll just get to ride more with my kids, and they'll get better, and hopefully I'll be able to keep up with them, and it'll just be super fun. We're close to Washougal. We can go here several times a year, and then a bunch of other tracks too. So I'm optimistic. It feels like, you know, every year gets to be more and more fun, more and more things to do, and the channel is growing, which I'm super grateful for, because it's helping us out so that we can do more cool things like that. So I just want to say thank you so much, and I'm gonna run home, unload this stuff, and then I still need to get Luke to do a review of the KTM 65. So you've got that to look forward to, as long as he cooperates with me.